Hello and welcome to yet an episode of
Cooking with T-Zack.
The star of today's recipe is a plant-based chicken keema. This is a product from an Indian company called Blue Tribe, which I've been kind of familiar with for the last few months. There's this whole movement towards finding plant-based meat alternatives. And why is that relevant? Because for a lot of us meat eaters, a big part of why we consume meat is the flavor and the texture. And in this new movement of plant-based meat alternatives, they've kind of remedied or found the remedy for that. So this plant-based chicken keema, for example, is going to have not just the texture of keema, but it's also going to have the flavor and the mouthfeel as well. And I'm going to use this in a recipe that's very close to my heart. It's a recipe for a Kerala style meatball and coconut curry, something that my grandma would make for us all the time growing up. Typically made of meat keema, but we're going to go a little out of the way and try it with this plant-based chicken keema from Blue Tribe. Alright, so I'm going to take you through the ingredients really quickly. We have a main ingredient, which is the plant-based chicken keema from Blue Tribe. You also need some aromatics, so curry leaves, garlic, green chili, ginger, onions, some whole spices, bay leaves, cinnamon, cardamom and cloves, some spice powders, turmeric powder. I have toasted and ground black pepper powder. We have toasted and ground coriander powder and Kashmiri red chili powder. We're going to use coconut oil to cook. We have coconut milk here and we have some coconut vinegar. Okay, so I'm going to go through basic prep. For the actual curry, you have to have the onions thickly sliced. You would have curry leaves, ginger julienne, okay, slit green chilies and sliced garlic. Now, before we make the curry, we're going to make the meatballs. In this case, we have the Blue Tribe plant-based chicken keema all ready to go. For this, I've chopped up some green chilies, chiffonade of curry leaves, chopped garlic, chopped ginger. A lot of ginger in this recipe. That's how we like it in Kerala. I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric powder. About a half a teaspoon of black pepper powder. A little bit of the toasted coriander powder. Red chili powder. Don't be scared. And enough salt. Now the chicken keema here is mildly seasoned. It's got that flavor. So I'm not going to add too much, but still it needs a little bit more. Actually the smell and the appearance of this looks almost just like chicken. So, and strangely enough, as I'm mixing it, it actually feels like I'm mixing chicken keema. It actually tastes raw. And it's already delicious. This might make for a great raw snack as well. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so this is ready. And I can start shaping this into balls. So, just like you would shape meatballs. Shape them tight. You don't need to watch the vessels, do you? You get the drift. Okay, so now that we have our meatballs sliced and ready to go, meatballs shaped and ready to go, we slice the onions. Now that we have the meatballs shaped and ready to go, this can be done in advance as well. We're going to sear the meatballs. Okay, so start heating up the pot. This can be the same pot that you're going to make the curry in. On about low to medium heat. And add the coconut oil. You can use regular vegetable oil if you're not a big fan of coconut oil, but it really makes a difference in this recipe. Okay, get it nice and hot, and then start searing the meatballs. The reason for doing this is to get a nice color on it, build flavor. Yeah, I love. Typically, I love searing meat in a lot of these recipes. In this case, plant-based meat, and that will continue to sear. You want to sear kind of evenly on all sides. Oh, the smell reminds me of my childhood. It's really lovely. What's also really amazing is that I haven't used any binders for this plant-based chicken keema. It's just the keema itself and all these aromatics. There's no egg, no breadcrumbs, no bread, no flour. It's holding on its own, which is really, really amazing. Not something you typically see with, like vegetarian alternatives to keema. I think that's good. You can turn it off. And I'm going to remove this. This right here is a good snack. We don't need to go any further, but I'm going to, because I promised you a meatball curry and not just meatballs. Okay, so let's move on to the rest of this recipe. I'm going to add a little bit more coconut oil. And this time, I'm going to add the whole spices. So, green cardamom, cloves, cinnamon stick, and bay leaves. Soon after, add the sliced onions. It's important to make sure the onions are thickly sliced. I'm going to season them immediately so they start to soften. Salt draws out the moisture. Get my trusty wooden spatula. Don't know how to slice onions properly? Check out my Kitchen Basics with T-Zac reel. Shameless plug. And let that cook on about medium for a few minutes so it softens. You don't want it to cook all the way through. Meatballs ready. We have all our ingredients ready to go, and we're doing this thing. Onions have sauteed for about a minute or so. This is where I'm going to add the garlic, split green chilies, curry leaves, and julienne ginger. Okay, little more salt, and continue to cook. Really, really simple. We are already halfway through this recipe, and it's a really quick recipe too. Very little effort, like most of my recipes. Oops. I know Sisri Chetty is going to say I've been rambling and this has gone too long already, but I also have to kind of give you all the facts and give you all the information, right? Okay, so now we're going to add the spice powders. Turmeric powder, black pepper powder, lots of coriander powder. Okay, I'm going to turn down the heat. It's smoking. Kashmiri red chili powder. This is a non-spicy variety. Okay. And we're going to cook the raw flavor out of these spices as well. That's good. At this stage, you add your water. And the reason for adding water is so that when you add the coconut milk, it doesn't split. Because the pan is going to be really hot. Maybe a little bit more water. Yeah. And then the coconut milk. I'm using fresh coconut milk. You can use canned as well. And mix it all together. Let's taste for seasoning. Yeah, I got a clove in my mouth. Okay, need salt. And let that simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so I may have lied to you. That was more like 8 minutes or 8 to 9 minutes, not 5 to 7 minutes. But because it's reduced to a pretty thick consistency, I'm going to add a little bit of water to get it right back up. And I'm also going to add a little sugar in true Teazak style to balance out the kind of spicy flavors to this, and okay, not the oil, but a little bit of vinegar. This is something that's typically used in Syrian Christian homes in Kerala. You can use any form of vinegar, even a neutral vinegar will do, but it's a very important ingredient in this recipe. Okay. And this is the stage at which we add our meatballs. They go in. It's almost hard to tell that this is even like vegetarian, but it's totally vegetarian. It's in fact vegan. Okay. And let that simmer together for another maybe 4 to 5 minutes. This time 4 to 5 minutes, I promise. Okay, so our time is up. Our 4 to 5 minutes is up. I'm going to do one last check for seasoning. Oh man, that's good. Okay, so it's creamy with the coconut milk. Enough seasoning, very important. It's spicy, but there's a little bit of sweetness to it. That vinegar kick is like really lovely. It balances everything out and brings it all together. Okay, so this is gonna taste better once it's cooled down, once the flavors have kind of permeated into the meatballs. But I am gonna take my liberty here to taste it now. Ooh. Okay, I have to say, I do not miss the meat, I promise you. You know what this will be great with? Some Malabar paratha, or even rice. Some more gravy. Oh, I got another clove in there. Yeah, so go try this. I promise you're gonna like it. Enjoy cooking with Teazak.